Hey guys, Sharpend here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create an Illenium styled stomp kick that sounds something like that. So, in order to create an Illenium style stomp kick, we're going to be layering a digital kick with an acoustic drum sample. In order to create the digital kick, we're going to be using 3x oscillator. I'm going to tear down the second and third oscillator's volumes, and I'm going to turn down the first oscillator's pitch down 2 octaves, like that. Now I'm going to draw a MIDI note at G3. Now I'm going to add a volume envelope. I'm going to set the attack, hold, sustain and release to 0 and turn the decay down and also modify its tension curve downwards. Like that. I'm going to create a pitch envelope by turning the pitch upwards and setting the attack, hold, sustain and release to 0. I'm going to turn the decay down quite a bit. Like that. Now I'm going to add some distortion to a digital kick. Now keep in mind that we can hear that the kick is sort of tonal. We can hear that G note, so I'm going to shorten the decay a bit so we won't hear that. Like that. Now, in order to make it sound like a stomp kick and not like a regular digital kick, I'm going to be layering it with an acoustic drum sample. Now this could be taiko samples, a kick drum, orchestral drums, or stomps. I'm going to be using self-recorded stomp samples, which is just me and a bunch of friends stomping on a big wooden stage. It sounds something like that. So I'm going to find samples that fit what we're looking for, like this one, and this one, which is a bit more quiet. I'm going to align them near our MIDI clip, like that, and right now it sounds like this. It sounds like a stomp kick, but again, not very electronic and not big, so we're going to add a lot of effects to change that. I'm going to route our stomp samples to different mixer tracks, like that, and I'm going to mix them. Like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a reverb channel in which we're going to send all of our tracks there, like that. Now I'm going to add there a room reverb, and I'm going to high pass it so that we don't get an unnecessary muddiness in the low frequencies. Also going to boost the mids a bit, like that. Now I'm going to check each sample individually how it sounds with the reverb. So this is obviously way too much reverb. Something like that sounds fine. Now to our first stomp sample. Something like that. To our second stomp sample. Something like that. Now I'm going to create a master channel where I'm going to send all of the tracks, including the reverb there, to add some additional effects. Like that. Now in the master track I'm going to be adding a transient processor, and I'm going to turn the attack upwards and to turn the release downwards, so that we have a more of a clicky sound, but it has a bit less decay. Let's hear it together, like that, compared to... So now it sounds a bit more electronic, a bit more controlled. And we're going to add some additional control by using a multiband compressor. I'm going to be using Maximus. Now, the way Maximus works is that this line limits our output to 0 dB, As you can see, it can't pass it. You see it reduced its volume a bit. And by changing the tension curve, we're either increasing the volume while still limiting it to 0 dB, which means that the transient will stay somewhat the same, but mostly our decay would go longer because it has its volume increased, while the transient won't have its volume increased by much because it's limited to 0 dB. Here's an example. As you can see, our kick gains more decay. By modifying the tension curve downwards, we're basically compressing it, so we'll get a shorter decay sound out of it. Here's an example. Now that we have it, we're going to change this tension curve in each one of our bands separately. Like that. Now the master curve basically allows us to create a shorter decay kick if we need one, or a longer decay kick if we're looking for that sound. Usually Illenium styled stomp kicks have a longer decay, so I suggest turning the tension curve upwards. So yeah, this is how you create an Illenium style stomp kick from scratch. I'm going to be putting a download link in the description below to the sound we made and to some stomp samples to help you make your own stomp kicks. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what subject do you want me to cover up next time.